So before we start working on our template that we've opened up, so we imagine this is what we're working on, but this would be your website. We need to install the widget. So if you open up the package that you've downloaded, the BC module package, we have in here we have files to upload. Now we'll go through that process of uploading those are essential. We have this nice user guide here that'll take you step by step through what we're doing, and then we have the library itself. So just double click on the library. That's now installed into Muse, and we can check that that's been done, and we can see here that the BC modules are in there, the blog enabler widget, we have the latest articles and the paragraph styles. So let's go ahead and add our blog. First thing to do is we're going to add our blog page. I'm going to insert it at the end of the contact page here, so I'm going to click on there to add the page. I'm going to switch thumbnails off to make this run faster once that page has been created, because every time we modify something, all of these images have to be regenerated, so we'll switch those off now. So we're just going to call this blog. Once that's saved, we're going to switch off thumbnails. Okay, so that should make everything run a bit faster. Now it's important on this page, let me just close this as well. It's important on this page to, in the menu options, click include page without hyperlink, and we'll show you why we're going to do that in a minute. So that's been created. I'm going to go into the page properties here, and I'm going to set my height to 200. That's because we're injecting Business Catalyst content into it, we don't want a big white space at the bottom of the page, so I've reduced the height of the page. Now let's go and see what adding that has done to our navigation. So here we have our navigation, and we can see that we've added the blog button there, but obviously it's made our navigation wider, so we're going to bring that back into place. And here, if you remember, we called our blog in Business Catalyst blog, so our hyperlink is going to be /blog. And because we've added the menu item, the page, but we haven't added a hyperlink, this allows us to have that blog name in our navigation and to be part of the navigation, but we're able to go out to a custom URL. So we need to do that on the page master as well. So we'll come in here, we'll resize the blog page, and then we'll select the blog button and we'll put in /blog. Okay, so that's the first part over. That was fairly easy. Now we're going to open up the blog itself here, the blog page itself, and we're going to open up our widget. And the first thing we're going to do is put our blog enabler widget onto the page. So we'll drag that on and put that where we want that. Reduce that down. Now you can't see the actual blog itself at this point because it needs to render in the browser. So we're going to publish and test this out, but let's take a look at the options that we have. So we have the option here to choose our arrow style. We can choose the heading size, the blog sidebar heading size, the blog sidebar link size, the content columns, how we want those split up, and you want to use these together. So if you use a smaller width here, you want to use a larger width on the sidebar, and you can have the blog description, the blog comments, and so on. So I'm going to switch these off, and you can also change the button color on the comments if you want it, but I'm going to switch all of these off because I don't want those. I'm just going to leave it like that. Now we also have paragraph styles. We've enabled the ability to have the blog looking like your own site. So the way we do that is we drag these paragraph styles onto the page, let them load in, and that's going to load a load of new styles into our paragraph styles section here. And then we can go in and redefine these styles, and these styles will be applied. Every style that has the word edit next to will need to be changed, but it's a good idea to change all of these, but the ones with the edit next to them especially. So if we take a look at what fonts we're using here, If we go to the About Us page, or the home page, sorry, we can see that our fonts, our main fonts here, are ASAP, and we're using Open Sans Bold. Okay, so with that in mind, we're going to change all of the text. We'll leave that the same. We'll change this to ASAP. We'll change that to ASAP regular. We'll change all of these ones out, the ones that are using the BBus new font here. We're going to change those out to ASAP, and we'll reduce the spacing to maybe -1. Notice that they've automatically taken on the color scheme for the site though. And then these ones here, that's Arial, description. Oh, we're still using Open Sans. That's fine. So now we're just going to make sure that we've got all of our paragraph styles redefined. So I'm going to redefine that. That one's fine. That one's fine. It's important that you do redefine these styles because that makes sure that they're applied when you upload. Blog description, that's fine. Blog title, let's change that, redefine style. You can see here that there's a little plus button next to the different styles. If they have to be redefined, we just right click and redefine style. So it's not taking us too long so far. And redefine style. Right, that's all of our text styles done, and then we just select them all and delete because we've now redefined them, so that's fine. I'm going to go and get some content for here, so I'm just going to go to my About Us page here and grab this text here and then go to File and Paste in Place, and just type that as blog. Our latest news, and we'll change that to say updates. Okay, so we're ready to go now. So I'm going to republish this, and then we're going to go and finally set it up. So I'm just going to hit the publish button, and while that's happening, I will cut to the next section.